Welcome back, bros, to another video review. And today I have the opportunity to take a look at another Transformer figure. And today we're looking at the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye Marvel Comics 40 years Transformer anniversary, the Grimlock figure. So for me, guys, when I saw this being released by Hasbro on the reveal date, I thought this was an incredible Grimlock figure. With all the detail and the panel lining they put on this figure, it translates very well from what we saw with the presentation into hand. And this thing is incredible. It's excellent. Yes, I'm really liking how it turned out. So I'm bringing the review to you guys right now. So for the contents of this packaging, we get Grimlock himself in this comic book shading style. We get the instruction manual, which is standard to all Transformer figures. We get the Grimlock crown. We get the Grimlock blaster. We get the Marvel comic Grimlock sword. We also get the comic sword for Sludge and also Slag. So this figure is jam-packed with bonus accessories. So yes, if you haven't thought about picking it up, pick it up because you're now getting weapons for the previous Dinobots that have been released for the Studio Series toy line that has already came out. And before we go to the details, let's check out the front of this box. So right here, guys, we got the front of the box. Yes, we have the Dinobots present right here. And then we have it saying, and now the Dinobots with the 40th anniversary logo right there. This is a good cover, as you can see right there. It has Optimus Prime, Takara Tomy. So yes, you're getting everything you see in this cover on this figure, guys. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the details for what Hasbro has given us. So bros, check this out. Here we are zoomed in to take a closer look at the details. And as I stated basically in the content segment, this thing has a terrific amount of details put in this figure. Unlike what we've got with the Studio Series, which is more screen accurate, this is more comic book accurate, and it has that comic book shading. Now, the reason why I say it's comic book shading, as you can see, looking at the chest, you have the shade marks right there near the Autobot symbol. And then in the lower chest region, you have the shading on his vents. Then you have the shading all throughout the figure, like the arms, the I guess, wrist area, the knees. You have it back here on the wings or the inside of the dinosaur. But yes, you will see it more present on the dinosaur, of course, in his alt mode. And then you also have some right here on the feet, right here on the shins, right here on the shoulders. So yes, you get a very good amount of, I guess, comic book detailing, what you would get and what you would see if this was drawn out in a comic book. So yes, Hasbro has did a terrific job translating this into a toy, and I like what they have given us for this Grimlock figure so far. So as for the articulation for this figure, it is exactly the same as what we got with Studio Series Grimlock, the figure that was released a few years ago. So I won't show the articulation, but let's go ahead and move on into the accessories. So here we have Grimlock fully accessorized, as you saw in the details segment of my video review. He comes with his blaster, his sword, and his crown. Grimlock looks fierce, beautiful, and an incredible translation into toy form from that comic book that Hasbro is trying to depict this character from. So it looks good. And then we have two more accessories that come with it. So we're taking a closer look at this. Here we have Sludge's sword from the Marvel Comics. Yes, it does not look as if it did with the G1 toy. So unfortunately, we don't have the G1 sword, but we have the comic book version, which goes towards your Studio Series Slag. And now we have the more sword that looks closer to the G1, and this is for Sludge. So basically, you'll see this off in their hands when we do the comparison segment in a few moments. So yes, these are two bonus swords that can go to Grimlock if you want. As if Grimlock is like the Ninja Turtles, the last Ronin, he can wield these swords and try to take out any Decepticons that comes in his way. So here we are. Let's start the comparison segment, bros. Check this out. I have both Grimlocks here before you. As you can see, you have the Marvel comic version, and then you have the Studio Series Transformers, the movie 86 version before you. Now, both of these toys are exactly the same. except you have different stylized details on the same character. Now, I will be honest, my Grimlock does have an upgrade kit to him that I got from TF Safari. It's basically the Grimlock shoulder cannon, as if you would get with the G1 toy version. That is the only difference that you see. The sword came from Swoop, as you can see, the long red sword for Grimlock for the Studio 86 version. Now check out the Marvel version. Now the Marvel version looks, I don't know what it does. It just pops more to me. I mean, maybe it's that Andy Warhol color scheme that they're using, but it just looks good to me, you know, with that yellow chest, the blue head, the bright or dark red hips or whatever. I don't know if it's showing off in camera very well, but this red is darker than this red. So yes, I'm really liking the Marvel comic book version with the extra paint details. Now, as you see the details between the two figures, it's just some color swaps in my opinion, I would say. Like this has the black on the inside of the wings, while this one just sticks with the gray. The visors swap from red to blue. It's like I said, both of these figures are great. I can't talk so much about a very good figure because Hasbro has hit a home run with this mold. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a Dinobot box set for like a G2. I would be down for that also. But as you see right here, I would love to see more Autobot Dinobots in this Marvel comic style. So I hope Hasbro, you know, like just stumbles upon my video review, giving them the praise that they did for such an incredible job on this figure. So let's go ahead and bring out some more figures or more Dinobots for comparisons with this new Marvel Comics 40th Anniversary Grimlock. And here we are for my next comparison. Here I got out the other figures in which I made reference to for the swords, and they look good in the character's hands. Here we have the sword in Slag's hand and the sword in Sludge's hand. So now we got the Dinobots with both accessories now. And I'm thinking it looks really good in my opinion. So I'm really digging how this turned out. Like I said, the Dinobots are looking really good. And just to add this version of the Dinobots right here is just a bonus plus. So please give us more of the Marvel comic book version of the rest of the Dinobots to complete the set, Hasbro. You're doing a great job, and don't stop there. Let's keep going because you know you're going to get our money on repaints of the Dinobots. And lastly, as I bring this comparison segment to a close, here we are just for comparison references. We have the core class Beast Machine Cheetor on the left side of Grimlock. On the right side, we have Deluxe class Brawn. And then we have Leader class, which technically is a Voyager, Earthrise Optimus Prime. So yes, this version of Grimlock scales the same way as what you would have received with the Studio Series 86 the movie. So yes, it is so far a pretty good toy, and I recommend it to all. So okay, bros, now is the time I usually do transformation. Because this is a figure that I've already reviewed, please click the link if you would like to check out the transformation on Grimlock. Other than that, let's go ahead and keep the review moving and put Grimlock in its alt mode. So just hold on for a brief moment. We'll do some movie magic, and we'll have Grimlock right out here in his Dinobot mode. So here we are, bros, with Grimlock transformed into its dinosaur mode. And I must say, this thing looks just as good, if not even better in dinosaur mode. So as you see right here, guys, I do have all the accessories. They are attached to Grimlock. The only thing that's not going to be attached is going to be the crown. I just got it resting up here in between the gun and his back. It just fits in a little securely. So just taking off the accessories so we can actually admire Grimlock for the beautiful comic book detail that they have given us. So I'm wiggling this piece off because it has two pegs right there that peg into there, in case you were wondering. So look at this Grimlock, guys. This thing looks good. I know you just saw the 360 view, but I gotta put my touch onto it. So yes, guys, looking at the details, let's move his legs like that so we can see the details better. So check this out. We got the details on the head and the neck, around the eyes. We got it right here on the sides of Grimlock, the leg, the feet, the tail. Yes, and then the back of the tail, as you see, it's the same type of shading detail. And then the dots also for a different type of shading detail. So yes, these are different styles that comic book artists use to show depth on when they drew their characters. So yes, this translated well, and it worked with this Grimlock figure. As I stated earlier, I would love to see the rest of the Dinobots in this color scheme with the yellow and the blue and the red and the gray. It just looks good. It pops very well, guys. So I'm very excited with that. So yes, this is how we get Grimlock in dinosaur mode. Oh yeah, he even had this right here on the head. I missed that. So yes, that looks good, guys. Of course, he's still missing his 2 front teeth, so I don't know if you have that upgrade kit to put the teeth in there. That would make it look better, but I'm still satisfied even though he's a little toothless in the front. And looking at the neck and the chest region right here, it just shimmers with the light, as you can see. It's just a credible job that Hasbro has done. But the only thing about this figure, he doesn't have the Autobot logo right there on his dinosaur mode in his chest. But like I said, it's not a big deal, guys, but I'm okay. I like it. And this figure has turned out great in my opinion. So let's go ahead and bring out the Studio Series Grimlock for comparisons. So all right, guys, here we have both Grimlock versions right here in their Dino mode. As you can see, they're the same figure, just different paint apps. And I must say, looking at this new figure from the Marvel comic book universe, the paint apps on this figure makes this figure just as good as the Studio Series Grimlock. Now, which one is better? I mean, to be honest, the Marvel comic book universe is going to be better for me because it comes with additional swords that you do not get with Studio Series 86 Grimlock. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Hasbro does a box set with all 5 dinosaurs, with the swords and all the guns. Now, of course, that would be a kick in the nuts for everybody that has already collected the Dinobots and just need the extra weaponry to add to their dinosaurs. But I would not be surprised. But hopefully they come back with like a new Centurion drone upgrade kit where they have all that, where it's accessible for everyone to get everything they want weapon-wise for their Dinobots and other figures that weren't able to make it into the plastic cut and give us these accessories that we all want and know that comes with our figures. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. It's just perfect, guys. I'm just so in awe with this version right here. Now, I'm not saying this version is bad. This version is still good, and it's the same stylized details you get with the Studio 86 Transformers the movie. Studio Series is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and continue and bring out some more figures for comparisons, just so you know what you're getting your hands wet into if you would like to add this to your collection. And here we are for comparisons. Now, this is just basically the alt mode comparisons in sizes for what you get with a core class compared to a leader, to a deluxe compared to a leader, and also a Voyager, because I'm considering this leader class, Earthrise Optimus Prime, as a Voyager. The only reason why I made it a leader class was because of the trailer. But anyway, this is how it scales, and I think it works well, and I think it's pretty accurate to what you see, you know, a real life representation, because dinosaurs was so huge for what the historians tell us compared to our everyday automobiles that we see out here on the road. And I think it works, and Hasbro is doing a good job keeping the scale predominantly correct when it comes to releasing these studio size figures and with their other main lines like the Legacy, Kingdom, and so on that's coming out, that's already out or in the near future. So they're doing good with that. So now it's time for the Yeah Bro Pick Up or Pass segment of my video review, where I get to share my opinions and thoughts on this recent figure that I just picked up and decided to review before you in efforts to guide you, and hopefully picking up this figure or ultimately deterring you away and not picking it up, which is totally your decision in the end. So as for me, bros, it is a definite pickup in my opinion. As you can see right here, this Transformers 40th anniversary Transformers More Than Meets the Eye comic book Marvel illustration of the Grimlock figure is terrific. It has a ton of paint details that a comic book artist would have in this time when this comic was created. As you see right there, it shows a way of shading in a way of depth in a comic book universe. And it looks good, and it translated well to toy form. When it comes to the playability of this figure, it has a tremendous amount of playability because it has the dinosaur mode and also the robot mode, which is the same as the Studio Series version that came out a few years ago. The quality or QC control on my copy is actually pretty darn good for a figure that they have already released 2 versions of. And the only issues that I have that may be a little loose is going to be right here in the dinosaur arms. Other than that, the QC is terrific on my copy, guys. So I don't know how it is on yours, but from what this has given me, I have no issues with it at all, and it works and I like it. When it comes to the execution, it was executed very well because it is exactly spot on what we saw in the comics for Grimlock as his character representation, and it translated well into toy form. So yes, bros, if you're interested in picking it up, it is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You can only get it at HasbroPulse.com. With that being said, it comes with tons of accessories, his gun, his crown, the extra additional swords for the other Dinobots that you may already have if you're collecting the Studio Series 86 Transformers Dinobots in that line. So yes, guys, with all that being said, pick it up. Don't miss this opportunity. I hope that they continue and bring the rest of the Dinobots out in this stylized detail version of the Marvel comic universe. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure that I just reviewed, I got my copy, which is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So you have to go to HasbroPulse.com to pick up this figure. You'll be nowhere else to get the figure but there. So if you're interested in picking it up, I paid the price that you see on the screen, and the link is down below in the description of this video. So yes, this is an awesome figure for the More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers Takara Tomy comic book version, which is the 40th anniversary of Transformers, and the comic book cover called And Now the Dinobots by the Marvel Comic Universe. So yes, guys, if you're interested in picking it up, head on over there because it is a terrific figure that I know will sell out eventually if it hasn't already sold out by now, because this is a terrific comic book illustration on an awesome Transformer figure. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video. Until next time, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon. And wait, guys, don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new content for you to check out at your earliest convenience. Thank you.